Minsu was shocked by Sonjin's gesture. Before she could say anything, he told her that she was the woman he loved, and that he believed their meeting was not a coincidence. He added that he wanted to marry her, and would do so regardless of what anyone said. He was ready to face any challenge that came their way. Still in shock, Minsu asked him about Kim and their engagement. Sonjin told her that he was going to break it off and that this time he was ready to face his father. He mentioned that he would rather lose everything than lose her. Minsu looked at him, smiling. She was speechless, unable to believe that a simple breakfast had turned into an engagement. Sonjin, still looking at her, asked if she wanted to be his wife. Unable to contain her excitement, she said yes. He stood up, walked over to her, and pulled her from her chair. Holding her close, he asked if she would still be willing to stay by his side, even if they had to face much bigger problems in the future. Minsu smiled and assured him that she was ready to do anything. Sonjin pulled her into his arms, overjoyed by her words. Meanwhile, Kim walked into Tech Bloom, smiling as everyone greeted her warmly. She made her way to Sonjin's office, hoping to find him there, but his seat was empty. His assistant walked in, and Kim asked where her fiancé was. The assistant informed her that Sonjin had not shown up for work. Concerned, Kim mentioned that it was unusual for him to be absent, and that she had been trying to reach him on his cell phone since the weekend, but his number was unreachable. The assistant admitted that he had no idea where Sonjin was, as he had not informed him of anything. Disappointed, Kim walked out. At the same time, Woobin arrived at his art studio and walked into Minsu's office, only to find it empty. Frustrated, he returned to his own office and attempted to call Sonjin, but his phone was still off. As he sat there, Yuna walked in and asked if Minsu was around, wanting to apologize for what had happened at the party. Woobin, clearly in a bad mood, told her that Minsu was not in. Worried, Yuna asked if she was sick or if something had happened. Woobin, still irritated, snapped that he had no way of knowing. Realizing he was upset, Yuna offered to buy him breakfast. He turned down the offer, claiming he had work to do. Yuna sat down and looked at him, insisting that if he refused to have breakfast with her, she would spend the entire day in his office and even follow him everywhere he went. The last thing Woobin wanted was Yuna clinging to him all day, so he reluctantly agreed. As they sat together at a cafe, Woobin kept glancing at his phone. Yuna, noticing his distraction, asked if he was waiting for a call from someone. Smiling, he quickly changed the subject, asking if she had passed her exams. Yuna smiled back and told him she was still waiting for her results, adding that once they were out, she would become a beauty surgeon and marry him. Woobin laughed, calling her cute. Yuna, with a serious expression, told him she was not joking and that she truly wanted to marry him. She confessed that she liked him and asked him to give her a chance. Woobin looked at her, fully aware of her feelings for him but never wanting to hurt her by rejecting her. However, this time, he felt the need to be honest. He explained that he had watched her grow up, even feeding her milk bottles as a toddler. He admitted that he loved and wanted to protect her, but only as a brother. Hurt, Yuna insisted that she was now 19, soon to be 20, and was no longer a child. She added that the only thing she had looked forward to upon returning to Korea was seeing him. Woobin didn't know how to respond. He didn't want to hurt her further by rejecting her outright, so he remained silent. Breaking the silence, Yuna asked if there was someone else in his heart. The question caught him off guard, as he had never truly thought about it. He glanced at the scratches on his hand left by Minsu, then raised his head and looked at Yuna. She asked again, and he finally admitted that yes, he liked someone else. Visibly hurt, asked if the other woman was better or more beautiful than her. Woobin took her hand and assured her that she was the most beautiful girl in the world, and that he would never allow anyone to tell her otherwise. However, he explained that at the moment, he saw her only as a little sister, and that being with her would only hurt her. as he had no romantic feelings for her. Almost in tears, Yuna declared that she was not going to stop pursuing him, and that he would eventually fall for her. She stood up and walked away. Wubin watched as she left, upset. He wished he were heartless. Then maybe he could have used Yuna to forget about the person who had occupied his mind the entire time.